Did you see the movie? Did you see the movie?
This is America. Don't catch you slipping now.
Oh my God! Flash!
Hi.
I love you.
Thank you.
Patching you into Mr. Wayne.
No, please don't.
I need you here now, Barry.
So you're saying you could travel back in time?
But Bruce, I can fix things. I can save people. I can save my mom. I can save your parents.
You could also destroy everything.
I love you, Mom. I love you too.
So how was it this week? How's school?
School was good. Oh, this is mad trippy. Dude, this is catastrophic.
This world must die.
I'm not gonna lose her again. It's not Clark.
My name is Kara. I will help you.
Interesting group.
Want some help? Wait, he's Batman?
You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
Oh, this rips! We're in uncharted territory. Batman, what do we do?
We try not to die.
Are you ready?
Ready.
Let's go.
You have fancy friends.
No, it was an Uber. Oh, exactly.
Hey, what's happening? Comedian person, me, Dave Peace. Today we're talking about The Flash, which is one of the last movies in the DCU, which I know they got Aquaman and Blue Beetle coming out, but this was one of those highly anticipated. Let's see where they do with this movie, because it's essentially Batman No Way Home. They literally watch Marvel do shit and they're like, hey, let's do that. Hey, Warner Brothers, let's just... They put a bunch of Spider-Mans in a movie. Let's put a bunch of Batmans. But it's hard to say this is a Barry Allen, The Flash standalone movie. It still feels very Justice League-like and or Batman with Barry Allen in it. Now, let me start off by saying this. I did not hate the movie. It's not a bad movie. Is it a great movie? No. Is it a good movie? The jury's still out on that. I took my 10-year-old, we watched it. There were some parts that we enjoyed. There were some parts we laughed out loud. The scene when our Barry Allen that we know loses his powers and he is no longer fast and he tries to run and we love that. I think that scene, along with a lot of parts of the movie, really just embodies where DC is. Okay, they do some things that we enjoy, but then they do a lot of things that's just like, why? Let's start off with some things that I enjoy, okay? Michael Keaton obviously is very great in this. He makes the movie. If you're like, should I go see the movie? You should probably go see it to see Batman. They don't do him justice in two aspects. His introduction is a little kooky. It's a little like, okay, that's what we doing. And then the whole like scene that you've seen in the trailer. I'm Batman. You want to get nuts? Who you talking to? Okay, like we've already established you Batman. So it's one of those scenes that he's doing. It's one of those lines that he's doing for the audience. This movie does have a lot of moments that are just for us. Okay, like if you're a fan of Batman or DC, if you follow the story, if you know different Batmans, like there's a lot of fan service in this movie. And some of it comes across well, and some of it I have to explain to my 10-year-old, and it's like you can't build a movie just off of that. Just off of nostalgia or references, it's not enough. Where is the heart of the movie? The heart of the movie relies on Ezra Miller despite all the things that's going on with him off camera. I think he did an excellent job playing two completely different versions of himself. There was not at any time that I feel like they bled into one another. However, it's too much Barry Allen for me. It's too much Flash, okay? Like, I'm one of those people that I didn't sign up for an almost 3-hour movie of just this one character. And I think that's why they dropped so many different characters in this movie. There's a ton of cameos. Some are excellent. Some are like, it doesn't have that same flair. For example, spoiler alert, Wonder Woman makes an appearance, but she also made an appearance in Shazam. They have a post-credit scene with Aquaman, which I believe they only have in this movie just to sort of, because his movie is coming out in December, you don't really need to stay for it. We didn't. It's a simple story. Barry Allen wants to save his mother, so he kind of goes back in time and changes things. By changing one thing, it's the butterfly effect, and they talk about that, and it's the multiverse thing all over again, and time travel, and yada, yada, yada. And it's almost like they have to re-explain things that we already know, and I wish they could have done that in a more simpler fashion, because, again, it's a simple premise that I think they just wanted to make it seem like, hey, it's a lot more complicated than that. No, it's not. We get this. We've done this. We've seen this oh so many times. There's some excellent visuals in this movie, and I think that's a corner that DC sort of paints themselves into, because there will be some excellent scenes that are just visually stunning and like, hey, I haven't seen that before. And I don't know why they have to include those very green screeny, college movie looking portions of the movie. Like, the movie opens up with the Flash saving multiple digital babies, and they look so digital. Anybody ever watch Ally McBeal with the dancing baby? Like, that's what it looks like, and it's like, why? We in 2023, okay? Can he just save one baby, or one real baby? Okay, did it have to be, But anyway, I'm getting off the point. I'm looking forward to the James Gunn version of the DCU and what he does, because watching the movie, it felt a little outdated. Supergirl is pretty great in this, but it's still such a small contribution to the movie. It reminds me how they introduced Wonder Woman in Batman vs. Superman. Like, it was such a small part. I enjoyed it. I want more, but it almost is like a distraction, because I don't know what the real purpose were. Like, other than to say, hey, we're going to out with the old, in with the new. That's what the movie, I walked away feeling like that was one of their biggest accomplishments. They wanted to kind of put an exclamation mark or a period on some of these characters, some of these actors, and sort of introduce where we're going, the new direction. So again, I like this stuff. I didn't like this stuff. It's very much a classic DC superhero movie where they get some things right, they don't get some things right. I got to go with a C+. I want to say that's being generous. Not to give much away, but some of the cameos make up for it. Michael Keaton makes up for it. Some of the really funny moments. And again, the visual, like when they do the visual and it's amazing, it's really excellent. Batman is my favorite superhero, and I look at this movie as being nothing more than a Batman multiverse with the Flash in it. So I don't know if you see it, if you're going to go see it. If you saw it, let me know what you think. That's it. I'll be back for another movie review. That's my time. Peace.